Welcome, everyone, to Gens on the Reel, where you get one reel and two gens.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. It's so nice to have you guys listening today. And man, Jen, we've been doing this for a long time. Not the podcast, but we've been doing real estate for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I have yet to hear a situation of what you went through.
Okay, so today we're just going to let it rip.
Yeah. What were you telling me earlier? You said you had a seller that had 2 contracts?
Okay, so I had a situation the other day where I had a contract in our title company, which we were processing, and we were like 3 weeks in, meaning buyer has inspection, appraisal has been done, paid for. We're pretty much almost ready to close. And the listing agent decides to email just my processor and nobody else, just one person. Hey, sorry, there's been a mix-up. My broker, which is my brother, was on vacation, and I thought that they weren't accepting this other contract, and we took this one for backup, and I didn't know that they accepted the other contract. Whatever. To make a long story short, the seller was on a contract with 2 different buyers.
See, I don't understand that because you guys need information from the seller, in which case the seller has to provide and be involved, and the listing agent as well.
So that's the thing. It's like, okay, we've been emailing
3 weeks.
Yeah, we've been and he's on all the emails, the listing agent. I'm like, we've been emailing you. You see, like the guy. Well, I couldn't stay quiet. I had to I had to say something, and I even told him this is so unprofessional on your behalf. No, and the funny thing is, if you see the email, it's like, to my processor only, nobody else on the email. Oh, there's been a mix-up. Okay, can you just let everyone know? Just
like you're responsible for that.
Hey, can you let everyone know? And I was like, the audacity that this person has.
How did they get out of the other contract?
No, they didn't.
No. Like, how did... Okay, so they closed on one, but the other one's still pending.
Right. Mine was pending.
How did they get out of that one? Like
they haven't. I'm still waiting for the cancellation. Okay. But the buyer's going to sue them.
That's okay.
Because imagine. No, and then I told the guy, like, first of all, you have yet to even speak to the buyer's agent. No, the buyer's agent was on vacation. I had to call her.
And there were 2 inspections, 2 appraisals.
No, 2 inspections, 2 appraisals. I'm like, how do you
know?
How do you not know? No, and my agent on vacation in Spain, time difference, I had to WhatsApp her and be like, hey, call me ASAP. I need to talk to you before she saw the email because she was going to flip. So I had to wait for her to come back. A few days later, she came back. This happened like on a Thursday or Friday. She's like, how do I tell my client? This is crazy. I'm like, seek legal advice. And I told the realtor, how did you not notice if there's 2 appraisals? No, and the guy was like, whatever. Like,
no, I'm obviously it's unethical. The other part is...
And he's so nonchalant about it.
Do you even go through the lawsuit? Like, what are you going to win? It's going to cost you so much money as the other buyer.
No, because the attorney, they'll have to pay for the attorney fees. So they're not only going to go after...
Yeah, but they're going to go after attorney fees first.
They're going to go after the realtor, the broker, and the seller. Because I was like, how do you not know that you're under 2 contracts? Yeah. I mean, 2 appraisals were done. That wasn't like a red flag. 2 inspections were done. That wasn't like a red flag. So it's not just...
No, they knew.
There's
no way.
And the thing is, these people have been looking for a house, and it's like, I'm dying to see how it's going to go. They went to see an attorney. Yeah, they're going to have to do a retainer for the attorney, but the attorney's going to seek legal fees.
I've been in legal situations, and I will tell you that it costs a lot of money to even go through this process with the hope that you get a win. And yes, they can get a win. The question is, what is the win, and does it meet the expense?
With a good attorney, you're distressed. I'm sure they're gonna settle for some. It's not like they're gonna ask for like $100,000 or anything like that. But you know what? I feel that this is something that has to be done, because this is the problem in the industry, that people do so many things incorrectly or unethical, or they just, whoops.
Yeah,
I
and
messed
they
up.
they don't feel any repercussions.
No, and there's none because nobody goes to the DVPR. Nobody ever puts like a complaint,
report or
you know.
reports
Oh,
them.
because they think like exactly what you said. Oh, but what's gonna happen? What's the point?
Well, that's what most people go through, that thought process, or they don't have the ability to hire an attorney to fight the situation, and now they're left without a home to live in and without a home that they're leaving, because I'm sure they put a notice to leave or sold their
Yeah,
home.
no,
or
it's a
something.
shit show right
Yeah.
now. It's a shit show, and it's like, it's so, it mind boggles me how people in this profession, like, how does that even happen? And no, and the thing is, like, at least feel some kind of remorse.
Yeah.
Then he replied when I went off on him, and I was like, look, sorry to break it to you, but this is super unprofessional. How does this happen? He's like, okay, no worries, thank you. Like, very like cold.
Doesn't care.
And I was
Is
like,
probably not expecting anything.
I'm
I mean,
like,
I would
why-
ask you what realtor that is, because
I'm dying. The funny thing is, the name of the real estate company
is well known. Is it well known?
No, it's not well known.
No.
It's not well known. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, but my brother, the broker, was out of the country. So what?
So.
Who cares?
Yeah.
How do you
He's copied in all the emails. How do
Like-
you get communication by two different title companies?
And what, you're both working the same seller and you don't communicate with each other like in 3 weeks? And you're under contract on my contract for 3 weeks. You were probably under contract with the other contract even probably longer.
Or the same if it was cash or anything
Right.
a little easier. But yeah,
But
still at
imagine
the
now
same time.
the other buyer closed. So this guy doesn't have a house, doesn't have any spent money. At least $1,000. If you put inspections and appraisal, you're over $1,000 right there. Not to mention the time putting in the notice. What if he has to now leave the house where he's renting? I mean, there's so many things I can
It's a
think
lot.
of.
It's a lot.
And then this is why I'm like, wow,
I think, I know it happens everywhere, but it's so important to have somebody on your side that can really help you the right way. And I say this more for the seller, because they hired these realtors and now the seller is in a bad situation. The seller might just be trusting whatever these realtors are telling
the
them to do.
seller probably has no idea. That
Exactly.
this is
And
even
now the
going
seller is
on.
going to be served.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I told the lady, I go, I hope they do something. You know what I mean? Because I hope they do, because somebody has to like teach somebody a lesson. It's and like this, stories like this, please.
I know you guys are having a lot of fun, but we have to mention our sponsors. Our sponsors for this show are the Curse Team and New World Title, and we deliver results on everything real estate.
So many
There's
things.
So many, yeah.
And they just give away the license. Like if they're giving away candy, how much does the license cost? Like $500?
$500. It's so easy to get a freaking license.
$500, and then your MLS dues, what? Another $900.
$900.
Boom!
and change.
You have a license.
Yeah. $1,500.
You can go ruin people's lives all day long.
Yeah, and these are big purchases. This is a big deal. It's purchase and life situation because these are movements.
And it's funny because now we're in like a buyer's market, and real estate, not for nothing, sorry realtors, but real estate, sorry to break it to you, it's been super freaking easy the last 15 years.
You buyers waiting for the interest rates to go down, you have something coming, because the moment they go down a little bit, the prices are going to shoot up.
Well, that's why they're probably going to make the rates are probably going to go down slowly. They're not going to, but still, regardless, it's like
But even then, they're
before
not making
anybody could
moves.
sell a house. You were a listing agent, you got to, get the listing. Sure, get the listing. Now these listing agents have a listing on the market for 35, 40 days, not a lot of showings, and they have no idea what to do. They're freaking out, taking stuff off the market.
And
All
the
I see
sellers
is a little
have really
arrows.
high expectations too that they're going to sell right away, and unfortunately, that is not the case.
No,
We're in a different
and
world.
they want a lot for their houses, more than what it's actually worth. So you have to bring this person down to earth.
Yes. One thing is testing the market. The other thing is knowing exactly where you're supposed to be. And when you test the market, you also screw around with the numbers and the people and the buyers, So it's time to actually be real and make the right move,
No, definitely. It's interesting. And I know they had this whole NAR thing and all this stuff trying to
that
fix
has
it.
been complicating situations.
You know what I mean?
Too. A lot of realtors don't know what to do.
Yeah, but I feel now it's kind of like settled. Like it's settled. Like the dust has settled and everybody's kind of like still a little lost.
Yeah, but still sellers agents are being a pain in the butt too. They're being unethical. There's a lot of unethical situations that are happening,
Yes, I hear it out
that
there.
are screwing up buyers or screwing up a seller, because it also affects the seller. You're not paying a buyer's commission, a buyer's agent commission, but you might put yourself in a certain, in a certain predicament. You have to really know all the information and debate whether or not you want to be able to sell your house the right
No,
way.
and honestly, if I'm a buyer, I'm gonna want. If I'm a buyer, I would want representation. Like I wouldn't go into a legal binding contract
Without knowing.
without
Nobody,
knowing
most
anything.
people don't know what they're going through.
No, and people just sign
Yeah.
without reading.
They don't read. Yeah. It's funny when we do get the attorney that's
a file?
purchasing a home. Yeah. On a file, they do read, and they take, and we have a lot of situations that are disclosure based, and they think that they're binded to certain things, especially on the mortgage side. So there's a lot of questions on the mortgage side that require the buyer to sign, but it's only like disclosure things, and people start freaking out. And but yeah, they're the only ones that really actually read it, but most people don't.
Yeah, the attorneys do. They read it and they go through it. Most of the time, it's cookie cutter stuff,
Yeah.
like the as-is contract. But it's
Same
funny
for
when I
everything.
see realtors with developer contracts. They're all like they're not cookie cutter contracts.
No, they're not.
They're contracts made exclusively for that development and that seller, which is the developer.
And they have strong rules.
and they don't read. They don't read it. And of course, the buyer's not reading the contract. And then, oh, wait, I have to pay an impact fee. I have to pay this fee, a builder fee, a this fee.
Yep. And now what you thought you were paying $350,000 for ended up being $380. You know?
But they're giving you those incentives.
Yep. That's to cover all their costs.
That's to pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
But whatever, less money out of pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, we always say in all of our episodes that we talk about our situations with our customers, always hire a professional, vet them out. In this case, I'm sure the seller thought he was hiring somebody that was professional, was going to take care of them. But realtors, do the right thing. Do the job the way it's supposed to be. Be ethical, because you're really screwing up yourselves, the people you're working with, everybody else that is attached to the contract. So many people attached to these contracts.
Yeah, I mean, it really affects people's lives. Like, I mean, I could tell you stories. It's people that couldn't move in because a listing agent was stupid about something. Like, it's like sometimes I feel, guys, it's not that deep, Give them the damn keys.
Yeah.
It's closed.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do. You can't return
Well,
it.
technically, they're supposed to once it's closed.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Oh, but I
There's
don't have my money in the bank. But that's not
It doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. You're still closed. You don't own the home anymore. Like you signed it.
It used to be a thing back then where
Well, no.
post-funding.
People made it a thing.
Yeah.
It was never a thing. Because when I used to do real estate, back in the day, guess what? You know how sellers got their money, their proceeds in a check. Newsflash, checks don't clear in one day. They take days to clear, especially large checks. So it's not like the money was liquid in their account and they still gave over the keys. That was some little invention that some realtor did one day. Oh, I'm not gonna give the keys because my seller doesn't have
and
the
then
money.
domino effect to the rest
And
of the
then,
industry.
oh, I'm
and now
not gonna
we're
give the keys either then. And then
We had that situation happen to us with a very known real estate company, which, as a matter of fact, I don't mind mentioning them, and those are Carmona's. And Carmona Real Estate really screws up. There's so much there. But anyway, super rude, super, super, super rude real
damn,
estate
you
company.
threw out a name.
Because I don't care. Because it's so
Mic drop.
unethical. So unethical to me that the things that they did. They literally, we had closed on a property and they did not provide keys even after funding. And it was like late at night and they made my husband go because he had no other choice. He had to give the buyers the key. Made my husband go get the key at their house, and they were counting seconds.
What?
They were counting seconds as to the time that he should get to the door for them to actually give him the key.
Wow.
Okay. Rude as
Beep.
yeah. And beyond everything else, like there's more to the situation there. Don't be that realtor. Don't be
Let
that
me tell
broker.
you, I have
Super rude.
another good one.
They actually called the listing that I had once, a $1.4 million listing that I had. They called the seller to promote themselves.
That's super unethical.
Mind you, there's so much. I can't even. They're going to
Well,
it's stressing me out to even talk about
I had
them.
one once, which was actually around the COVID time. This guy bought a $1.2 million condo cash, right? We closed. The wire was sent, but they didn't get it because the seller wrote down their account number wrong or the wrong name. The seller did something wrong and we had the wrong information, which is why the wire got rejected and sent back. It was a Friday. So then we did the wire again, but it was already after hours, so they weren't going to get into either Saturday
Well,
or
yeah, I
Monday.
mean, you had to go through the process.
So it's funded. It closed. So this guy wakes up. He checks out of his hotel because he was staying at a hotel to go to his brand new $1.2 million condo, and he had no keys. So he called the locksmith, and then the listing agent by coincidence showed up there. And it was a big show. They had to call the cops. They had to call me. I had to get my attorney on the phone. I had to get Rudy, the owner of New World Title, on the phone. We resolved it, but it was crazy that, we don't have to give the keys. Mind you, the realtor, the listing agent, picked up her commission check, absolutely, at my office that Friday.
Yeah, as if it
and
was
she's
closed.
there on the phone telling me, this transaction is not closed. My sellers don't have their money. I go, yeah, but you have yours.
Yeah.
So it must be closed because you got your check.
Well, the other thing is, all you really need is the proof of the settlement to show ownership.
No, then to make a long story short, guess what happened? The seller still had stuff in the property, which is why she really didn't want to give the keys. And it is a very well-known. It is a well-known company. I know. And then her broker, I should just say it too. It was Cervera.
Oh, I've heard
And
things
then
about them too.
Oh
my God.
the broker was on the phone too.
Yeah.
Her broker, Alicia, or whatever. She's like, this transaction's not closed. She was the one, and then that's what I told her. Really, if it's not closed, then why does your realtor already got paid?
Yeah, yeah.
You guys have the check, and she had to stay quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
they
the
had
other-
to give the key. No, and then the buyer was like, you know what? I don't want the apartment. Give me back my money. They could have back the apartment. He was pissed.
Yeah, I can
but
imagine.
I told him, I go, you can't.
No.
You can't
At that
return
point,
it.
because it's closed.
Because it's
closed
closed.
anyway.
Like I can't. You're the owner.
The one thing that the company that I had mentioned does a lot right now is that they're putting the ads on the freaking what is it, on the bus benches. 4% commission, and what they're doing is they're screwing the buyer's agent representative, which essentially screws the buyer and the seller too, for that matter, because who's going to be interested in pushing that listing?
Well, hopefully they don't want to sell their house that quick.
But that's and it used to be 4.5. Now they're at 4%. They're driving. It's literally a competition to the bottom right now.
Wow.
In West Kendall with them, in the industry, things move. People talk about the problems that happen. So within the industry alone,
yeah, we know.
We know who does what.
We know who you are.
Exactly.
We know. We see you.
Anyway, thank you for listening to another event session of the Gens on the Reel. And please subscribe, comment, dislike or not like. I don't, whatever it is that you want to give to us, send it so that we know what you feel, where you are, and we look forward to having you listen to our next podcast.
And if you have any stories, drop them down there because we want to hear them, or just DM us.
Yep. Subscribe.